caught with your guards down. It made you wanna stick around. Can't help the way your heart pounds. Cause love makes everybody right. So let's find heaven.
Hi, Alex.
Hi, Teedra.
How are you, Alex?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm super blessed, darling.
It's such an honor to be talking to you right now. I've been such a huge fan of yours.
Thank you so much, Alex. I appreciate that.
For the first question, a lot of people don't know you actually started off your career as a wardrobe stylist, and you decided to start your music career off when you injured yourself on set. What was it about that incident that just made you change everything and start really going into music?
Because I had been a wardrobe stylist at that point for maybe about 4.5 years, something like that. But for a little while before that happened, I had taken like a 3-month break from it. Because at this point, I didn't really want to do it anymore. I'm a person that will quit something because I'm not really interested anymore. It doesn't do anything to me anymore. Even though I made good money, I didn't really like it as much as I did when I first started it. So I took a 3-month break. And I went back because I needed money, and second job that I went back on, I broke my leg, and to me that was just a sign, like, you got to find something that would just be yourself, something that you want to do, because it was my best friend that was the key stylist, and I assisted her, and it was great. We traveled all around the world. We worked with all these different artists and on some really great projects, had a really good time in music, but I think that, it was something I had to do for myself, and fashion wasn't it. As much as all my life I thought fashion was it, it wasn't it. And after breaking my leg and sitting still for a little while, I kind of thought about it. And one thing I do love is music, and I knew I could sing, and I liked to write songs. And I figured, well, I got to take care of my kids. Let me try singing, doing some music.
I'm glad that you did the music career because I really enjoy your music a lot, and you have a really natural, beautiful
thank you.
voice.
I feel grateful to God that He pushed me in this direction. A lot of people, I don't really say it in a lot of interviews, but it became a situation where I just really cried out, to God, like, what am I supposed to do? Because I didn't really want to do wardrobe style anymore. I wasn't passionate about doing it to the point where I knew I would only be a hindrance to the team that I was working with. And I was at a place where I didn't have a place to live. So I went through something really kind of crazy in a personal relationship I was in with the person I was living with. So I was, with 2 kids and twin boys, and nowhere to live. And first of all, everybody else would probably say, go get a job. And that's probably what I would have done if I had any of my right mind. But unfortunately, I was raised by 2 parents that was lightweight crazy, so we don't think the normal way, So when I was in that situation, I cried out to God, and I was just like, I need a way to take care of my children. And He gave me the music, and I'm so grateful because I was just looking for a way to get some money, But I really fell in love with this craft and I feel really good about being able to do it. So I think that when somebody tells me like you say, I'm glad you chose to do that. I'm glad too, sweetie, because I'm glad you like the music, but I'm glad that I get to do something that I feel really good about doing. That I feel like I'm good at it. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of things in life you can choose, but there's only a few things that you're going to be able to really do well at. Not so much about the people saying it, but you feeling good about it, and I really feel good about making music.
Yes, and it definitely shows in your shows. I just went to your show at SOB's. I don't know if you remember me, but I spoke to you a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, wait a minute. You had glasses on?
Yes.
Okay, I totally remember you. Yes, I totally remember you. I saw you before I got on stage. I was super nervous.
You couldn't even tell. You rocked that house. Like, I wanted more. I wanted, like, more songs. I'm like, wait, Teedra, let's do some more.
Oh, thank you. That was a fun night. I think that it was a good combination, me and Marsha. That was a really good combination.
It really was. So you have this new deal with Lady Hennessy. Can you tell us more about that and what we can expect to see out of that?
Well, what I did for Lady Hennessy was there was a program they did starting in March of last year. They did it before, other years before, but the program started, the one that I was in, started in March of last year, and it went through till November of last year.
Okay.
And we just finally wrapped it up, and I'm going to go to Vegas and do a win a day with, one of the Lady Hennessy or whatever. I'm going to go and fill that state in Vegas. But what it was a tour where we travel around the country, and we go to different clubs, and we go to different stores, and we do signings and meet and greets with different fans of people, in different countries, different cities, fans of Hennessy, or a fan of that individual personality. And it was really cool because I got to meet a lot of people that like my music, and I got to introduce myself to a lot of people. And the thing that really shocked me was that there were cities that I didn't even know people knew where, who I was. And people came out in numbers and be like, oh, we love you. Like, you got to come here and do shows or whatever. And then in some places I was able to do live performances, morning shows and stuff like that. So it was really good, but I'm actually done with it now.
Well, we know that you had planned to put out your second album, The Young Lioness, but since TVT went under, do you still plan to put out that album?
It has become The Lioness now.
Okay.
I don't really feel like The Young Lioness. I feel grown. I don't feel like The Young Lioness. I feel like The Lioness. Like, I don't feel like I'm in princess mode. I feel like I'm in queen mode, So I took the young off, and I just call it The Lioness, and it is going to come out. There's maybe from that period of time when I first initially started the project, maybe one or two records that remain, and then other stuff over the years. This album has been compiled from the time I stopped making Complex Simplicity. I've been making this one, and even though I've been living and going through all kind of different experiences, and certain records have stuck with me, and certain new records that represent where I am now. So I definitely plan on putting that album out this year.
Okay, I can't wait for that.
I can't wait either, child. You don't even understand. Like, I'm so ready for people to know, like, I've really been doing it, I've been doing this music. I just can't give you music willy-nilly. I can't say here is an album that is not of the quality that I need it to be. I'd rather not give it to you. Like, I'm just not the kind of person that's going to go out and buy a pair of shoes because I just want a pair of shoes on my feet. I'm buy the baddest pair of shoes I can buy because I like quality. Or I'll just keep wearing my old shoes. I'm not just going to go buy some cheap shoes to buy new shoes just to figure out new shoes. That's ignorant to me. Some people that don't matter, but to me it matters. And I'm not going to give you an album just to say I gave you an album. It's going to be of some quality that I can live with and stand by. That's why everything else I give you, I say, here's the mixtape. Yeah. So that's what the quality of it is. It's some street shit. It's not meant to be, stand in the same place with a quality album, I feel like I was able to make a first album that was of quality. Why would I come out with a second album that's not? I know it's people are impatient, and I feel bad, but I have to do what's right for what I'm trying to do. And I want to be known for quality. I want people to know that when you come to me, you get quality. That's all.
I appreciate that it's taken this long because with your first album, like, I still listen to it right now. Like, I was just listening to it this morning. It's like timeless music. It never gets old. So I really appreciate
I just want to accomplish that again. Like, I want to make it not the same, songs and same everything or whatever, but on whatever level I'm on now, I just want to accomplish something that people can play 6 or 7 years from now and still okay with that.
I think it will be because a lot of people are waiting for this, and you're one of them artists that are really weird because y'all really put a lot of time and a lot of effort to make sure the fans really enjoy your music. So I know it's going to be a bomb project.
I want people to be happy with it in the sense that I can't please everybody. I really can't, and I can't really put my focus on that. But if you are a person that enjoys what I do, sincerely enjoys what I do. Not if you're looking for me to do what somebody else is doing, or Teedra, come on, like, since this is your last album, we want to hear you do this now. Well, okay, whatever. That's cool. If you're someone that really, really enjoys what I do want you to be pleased. Because if you're, it's like people that are friends of yours. If they're real friends of yours, they're happy to see you happy. You know what I mean? It matters if you did it their way or not. Friends of yours are happy to see you happy. They may say, girl, you should do this, blah, blah, but you ended up doing it another way and you're still happy. They're happy for you. That's the kind of fans I make music for. I can't really concern myself with, people that want you to do it their way, and if you don't do it their way, they're not happy. Just give it a shot as just good music, and if you like it as good music, I'm totally happy. I really want people to like it. Just put me in the group of people that make good music. I
You definitely are in that group. You really are.
Thank you, honey. Thank you.
Well, I love the Royal Patience, the mixtape. And some of the songs on that is what we can expect on the Lioness.
Some of that vibe, like that Kisses Never Taste So Sweet vibe, is a homeboy, Academic, he's from out of Oakland, and he makes that champagne soul.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like I want to make music. The vibe of this album is meant to be strong, like for a person that needs strength, needs to feel good about themselves. You know, just a reiteration to yourself that you feel good, but in a light way. You know, like champagne toast and feeling fly type. You know, not that I'm talking about that. That's not what I'm talking about. But the feeling of it is airy and light, and then there are areas where it's a heavier feeling. But for the most part, I want you to be able to feel good. Like Kisses Never Taste So Sweet makes the girl twirl. I want to make the girl twirl. You know, I want them to feel sexy and feel good and feel grown. I remember when I was a kid, I would listen to certain music that made me feel grown. I was a kid, and that's how I want my music to be. To make it feel sophisticated, but sophisticated on a level where somebody in the hood could totally still mess with it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like it takes them out of whatever existence they're in that feels like it's oppressive. They feel just as fly as somebody that's sitting in first class, drinking champagne and eating the baked cookies that they give you. You know, I just want to give that feeling to people, and I think, and I know that's what I'm going for with the Lioness and on Royal Patience songs like International Playboy and This Never Tastes So Sweet and Realize. Those are the vibes that I'm working with.
Okay. Well, I read somewhere that you were making plans to record videos for Are You For Real and Taste So Sweet. Are those plans still going?
This is Never Taste So Sweet. I recorded a video for it.
Mm-hmm.
When the final edit came back to me, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
And I'm not into just, like I said, putting out something just to put it out, even though I've exhausted my money on it and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try to get some pickup shots done and work it out and eventually put it out. But I can't put it out as is because I don't like it. Now, I just finished shooting a video for Are You For Real last year, the end of last year, and I just saw the first draft of it recently, and I really like it. So you'll be seeing that soon. Okay. Are You For Real video will be coming soon.
Can't wait
very, very soon. Within like the next 2 weeks, month, something like that. You know, until we solidify everything and the song is mixed and everything. But I actually like added to the drums a little bit and just little different things that we've done to the song. Because it's the same song, but we just like beefed it up a little bit. So when it comes with the video, it'll be even more refreshing.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, that's like maybe in about 3 weeks to a month from now. It's not even that long, probably like 3 weeks when we can really just get that out there. And Kisses Never Taste So Sweet might take me another month or two to just really figure out how I'm going to work it out because it's still a piece of work that I want to present.
Well, we know that you are a big Kanye West fan. Would you ever plan to collaborate with him in the future?
Of course. I would love to work with Kanye West, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to work. I think he's a brilliant dude. I would love to work with him. As long as he's into making good music, I will always be interested in working with him. Yeah. I just want to work with anybody that respect what I do and I can respect what they do. But it's also important that people respect what you do, too, because if they respect what you do, they're going to let you go on and do what you do. And then they're going to be like, okay, cool, then let's work from there. You know, the people that I've been able to bless to work with, they've always, allowed me to go in my zone and do me instead of expecting me to come out of myself and do somebody else. Yeah. And that's big for me. Collaborate with somebody that, like, I would never ask anybody to do something other than what they do. Mm-hmm. So I wouldn't want nobody to ever, put me in that position. But I would love to work with whoever is just making good music out here. I'm totally excited about making good music. I love
that, your music because even when Complex of 50 came out 2004 and then you just released your new mixtape last year, you can see that you evolved, but nothing, really dramatically changed, and you still get that raw, natural Teedra, and that's what I just love that you...
Thank you.
I love that.
I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. I've just been trying, the thing is with me, Alex, is that I took some time to really go hard at writing songs for other people because I'm going to be honest with you, that's where the bread was coming from. Yeah. But God humbled me and, made me push back from that and see that there was more than just... I didn't get into this to just make money. Mm-hmm. I wanted some money, but I wanted to make good music, too. I remember doing the whole Next thing in the Vibe magazine, and they cut out one of the lines that I put in there at the end of the interview, I said I just want to make good music and good money. They just took out good money and they just put good music, which is cool, whatever. But that wasn't the point. The point wasn't just to make good money and good music. It was to make good music and good money. Because good music and being broke is some bullshit. To be honest with you, you know what I mean? It doesn't make sense to me. But I think that making good music eventually. Over the period of years, I realized making good music will bring good money. It will. It just will. People want quality. If you have, it's like a brand. If you've been using Crest toothpaste, your mother used Crest toothpaste, your grandma, y'all like that brand. There's something that you get from that brand that makes you say, okay, I'm not going to use Colgate. That's how I want my shit to be. I want you to say, oh, I'm rolling with Teedra because Teedra gives me that. I know she's going to give me that. It's okay because you can go get that chick and that chick because they give you what they give you, but we know with Teedra we get this, and this is what I want. So I'm going to go purchase Teedra. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I read in an interview that you said you just don't write for anybody. What does it look for when you write for other artists?
I think at this point I'm kind of not even at the point of writing for. I'm more at the point of writing a good song, and hopefully somebody will take it.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it used to be like, okay, I need you to write a song for this artist. And then I would go in and I try to put my head in the frame of that artist and really just try to, really give that A&R what that artist could do. But that's such a box for me. Some people are really good at that. And it's a great skill to have. I don't have it. I have it, but it's not the best of me. I can do it, but I never get the best out of myself doing that. So I just altogether threw away that process and I got to a point where I feel like I want to write good songs. Because that's what I did. My placements, as I started placing when I first started, I just wrote good songs. And over a period of time, I went from just being in the studio writing songs to people saying, I need this from you, and I need that from you, and I need that. And I just started giving it to them because that's how I made money. But that can really take a lot out of you that is good. So I said, okay, at this point, I'm just going to write good songs, and I'll submit them to labels or whoever, or give them to my producers that I work with and tell them to just send them out or whatever. Somebody will either bite or they won't. Okay. I can't really write for anybody anymore because I'm not good at that. And I wish I was, but I'm not good at just writing for people. I'm better at writing a song that I just feel sincerely from my heart and then somebody taking it.
Well, I think that's better anyway I think that's better because we really feel the emotion that you have wrote into that song, and when you sing it, we really feel it. So, yeah, well,
see, the thing is like if I write a song that I really feel or whatever, then the next person can feel it, and then the person that's singing the song can actually feel it. Because it was really fun. But if I'm sitting there just trying to contrive something, some of the people are really good at that, and you can't even tell because they're just good at it. But with me, it just shows I'm not good at that. So I have to, as long as I've been doing this, one thing I've learned, Alex, is to try to stick to what works for me and work smart instead of pushing myself to do something that does not work for me.
How do you think your music has evolved since hitting the scene with Complex Simplicity?
Well, Complex Simplicity, I didn't know what I was doing, first off. I just was doing it. I really wasn't knowing what I was doing. Now I'm aware of what I'm doing. So, being in the studio, writing Complex Simplicity and having the luxury of Neo to help me arrange the records, I never had to think about arranging records. Now, on this end of making an album, I don't have Neo to arrange records for me. I have to arrange the, harmonies and everything myself. But being around him taught me a lot. So now I'm thinking in the sense of how I'm going to smash the arrangement versus just writing a song. So I think that you're just getting a little bit more of my talent at this point. Not that I didn't give them then, but I didn't think about it. But now that I'm even, more concentrated on, okay, this is what I want to do. I'm writing this song and I want it to feel this or whatever. I think I'm able to just instinctively hit it even better. I think it's evolved in that sense, and as well as me knowing my sound. I never even thought about a sound before. Now I'm just clear on, like, I have a sound. And with that sound, I have to make sure it's, like, there in my songs. Like, I want people to be, like, being at this song that somebody else sings that I wrote. I want to be like, oh, that sounds like a Teedra song. You know what I mean? I think that's kind of how I've evolved to where I've gotten I've gotten in that position with my music.
Well, I read this quote, and it says, write what you want to perform over and over. And with that being said, what is your favorite song to perform the most?
Favorite song to perform the most? It's a toss-up between Take Me and Backstroke.
Okay. I love Take Me. I love the live version that you have put on your one mixtape. I listen to that every night. It's just like the melody of your voice your voice is just so beautiful, Teedra. I don't know.
Thank you, darling. I appreciate it. Thank you. I just thank God for giving me something to work with, honey.
If you could create the ultimate tour for Teedra, who would you have on your tour and why?
That's a good question. Ultimate tour situation for me, I wouldn't be headlining. I would be opening. And I would be opening for Maxwell. That's me. Maxwell, me, and Ryan Leslie, I think, would be a really good tour for sexy sound and music. You know, like, I feel like that could just be, like, an amazing vibe. Yeah. I really, really love playing with men. I'm not opposed to playing with women. I just like playing with men because I'm, like, a little spice of woman in there, you know. I would really love to do that. That would be great for me, and that's not out of my reach, and that's something I really want to try to do. Because I think that our vibe, type of music that we do, it's, like, really feel good and sexy, and it could really work.
That would be a nice sounding tour, especially you and Maxwell voices together. I know that would be off the hook.
I would love to do a song with him, period. He just has a really beautiful instrument.
Now that it's 2011, what can we see coming out from Teedra Moses this year?
So we have, within the next couple of weeks or so, have the Are You For Real video coming. And as well, I am working with Rick Ross and Maybach Music. I'm working on a record right now called Pink Champagne Living.
Okay.
That I'm doing with Rick Ross and Wale and Meek Mill. And considering signing to Maybach Music to put out my record.
Well, thank you, Teedra, so much for taking the time out your busy schedule and letting me interview you today. I really appreciate this.
Oh, for sure, Alex. Thank you. I'm so glad that I was able to connect with who you were and your face.
I'm glad I got that chance to speak to you, because when you first walked in, I ain't want to, like, just be like, oh, my God, Teedra, because I knew you had the show.
Let me say something, honey. Anytime you want to give me love, I'll take it.
I was just like,
I'll totally take it.
And then when I saw you later that night and I saw you interact with everybody, I was like, okay, this is my shot. I'm going to tell her. Because I always said if I ever get the chance to meet you, I just wanted to tell you how much I appreciate your music and thank you for making Complex Simplicity. And then when I got
Thank you so much.
When I got the chance to do
Thank
that,
you so much.
It made my night.
And I'm glad you got the chance to actually tell me that, because I don't care how many times somebody will say it or whatever. I don't take it lightly ever. I feel so overwhelmingly blessed that something I felt on my heart and the talent that God has given me has touched people enough for them to, like, really come out and see my shows and watch me sing and listen to my song. I'm like, that is, every day to me, it just becomes more and more surreal that I can make a living doing something I love. I didn't grow up seeing people do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it just makes me feel so good. And without people like you who feel like, you know, you appreciate my music, then how can I do that? I'm extremely grateful.
Boy, I swear, kisses never taste, so kisses never taste.